The one of the biggest things that the police tell us are that their hands are tied by are that there's a Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals decision out of Utah that basically said that if a municipality doesn't have beds, shelter beds for people camping out in public, that they can't tell them to move. It's basically criminalized.
Really? So once all your beds are full, then you gotta leave them alone?
Yeah. Or if you don't have it, we don't have a shelter here. Well, Bread of Life, which is a place down on Apple Street that does some rehab and things like that. But Bread of Life, in order to get into their shelter, you have to take a drug test. So people don't go there. You know, the honest people don't go there. Brother Benno's, I think they offer drug rehab services, but they'll feed anybody who comes in without going to the drug rehab place. So basically, the push right now is for every municipality is having this homeless issue is to build shelters, low-income housing. But you know, we're a pretty small city here. You know, I mean,
how many people live in Oceanside?
Well, I know it's 40 square miles. I'm not exactly. I think it's around 300,000, 350,000, something like that.
But not a huge city where you can afford to build 5,000 beds.
Right, and certainly not the tax base that Encinitas or Carlsbad or places like that have. They want it to be like that. I mean, obviously with projects like this, to bring
it's
people
changing.
here.
Your downtown's awesome, man. All that
downtown
stuff
is great. Yeah, downtown's great. But again, you go downtown and you're accosted every other block by a homeless person. Give me some change, give me that, and you some food, whatever. You know, so so they tell us that their hands are tied by that, but there's ways around it. San Clemente did exactly what I said. They basically took a city lot, fenced it in, put lighting, put Porta Johns, and made this area look. If you want to camp in San Clemente, this is the place you do it. Not on the train station.
And that's working.
Well, yeah, there's still some litigation going on about it. That's the issue. Is that
Micah's groups get involved, so you can't make our homeless.
Right now we have a lawyer in Encinitas that's filing suit against different municipalities, and one of them is Oceanside, about providing services and things like that. But yeah, ACLU gets involved, and there's big lawsuits. And just recently, one of the judges threw out 5 municipalities that were involved in that lawsuit that was up there, but still left them open to having suits brought against each municipality. They just didn't want it to be in one big lump lawsuit. So if your city council has balls, they'll do something like that. Because basically they said, look, you guys are camping in areas that block ADA access to train stations. Ingress and egress of police and fire and emergency services, utility services. It's a state of emergency. We need to get you out of here in order for us to be able to serve the whole community. So you, exercising your right as a free citizen, camp wherever you want, it's not going to work for us.
I can't camp wherever I want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have an address, a driver's license with an address, you can't just camp wherever you want. So our city council will still be stunned by that ruling. They haven't gotten their heads wrapped around the fact that we could take city lots, which we have plenty sitting around. Even using that area under the power lines and stuff, utilizing some area like that would be incredible. And look, it's still central to where you want to go, but you're not living in a protected area, federally protected area. You're not, you have lighting, you have bathrooms. You're not taking a shit wherever you want, and you can still go down to Taco Place and Chevron and make it to the beach if you want. You're right on a city bus line, county bus line here. Wherever you want to go, but you just can't camp there. You can't hide down in the bushes, You see people, I was walking that last night, and all of a sudden it's dark out. Some dude comes crawling up out of the riverbed. He's just got a pair of pants, shoes on. And, I'm a big guy, and nobody's generally going to fuck with me. And this guy's walking behind me, and I'm like keeping an eye on him. You know, who knows? You don't know what these people are going to do. There's a guy up in Long Beach with his family and his daughter sitting on his lap eating a steak dinner with his family at a restaurant on like sidewalk seating. Some homeless dude comes up and stabs him in the neck, kills him right in front of his family. Yeah, just out of the blue. You know, you don't know what these people do. That's why I'm a little leery about approaching guys that are, you know, like that dude I was explaining across the street where, you know, who knows who he's talking to?
They could be,
you know,
not in their right mind.
You know, he's talking to some demons or spirits or, you know, just voices that are telling him to do crazy stuff. And next thing you know, he's grabbing some, you know, rebar and whacking you with it.
Yeah.
Who knows? So yeah, my wife's always like, text me when you're done, or text me when you're going out, or things like that. But you know, but then you got guys like this. You know, he's super vulnerable. You know, he's in a wheelchair. He's just going about his day on his little rascal there, and somebody wants his shit. He's got bags of food. Who's protecting that guy as he's rolling down the street? And some guy comes out of the bushes. He wants something to eat. You know.
Average citizen, right?
Right.
He also has rights.
Right,
That's
exactly.
Part of the equation you don't really hear people talk about.
Now, and you know, you can't go around, you know, arresting people because they might commit crimes, obviously. But you see some dude sitting on the side of the road who's, you know, obviously has some mental issues, maybe schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever, and he's acting a little strange. That's the guy you need to stop and talk to. What police officer?
Yeah, we had a guy here that was having a rough night, whatever. We came into work and he was ranting and raving about all kinds of stuff. So they took him away. The cops came.
You'll see them sometimes camped underneath, so that overpass goes and curves around. Then along that tree line, sometimes you'll see them camping underneath there. Also down at Fusa and the 76. On that southwest corner, there's a transformer there, and you'll see 2 or 3 of them huddled around that transformer.
It's warm.
Warm at night. And so you'll see them hanging out there in the morning. But they're going to be developing that southwest corner also. Apparently another 7-Eleven and a drive-thru restaurant or something else also. So all that stuff's going to be developed. So who knows? Yeah, I just, you know, I hate to see people suffer, and but I also don't want any more money coming out of my check, you know, to pay for people's shit that they don't want, you know. I mean, that we already get, you know, 30% taken off the top, and you know, you get nickel and dime every time you turn around.
Oh, dude, we paid the big bucks in California for everything.
Oh yeah.
Registration.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Utilities.
The amount of money that I would have at the end of the year if I didn't have to pay for all those little city, state, local, county, you know, taxes. Believe me, I've thought plenty about moving to a state just even with no state sales tax.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Income tax. But I don't know. My wife grew up here, so she's pretty attached.
Yeah, great. Hey, what's your name?
Gary.
Gary, I'm Ted.
Ted, nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm one of the construction administrators out here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I ran into
come
you.
by anytime, man.
Yeah. Like I said, the girls are both in school 5 days a week now, so I'll be out and about all the time. So.
Surfmobile.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening? They don't know.
They still don't know.
Not really. We're just sheet grading the whole place. So they're talking about a wave pool also.
Well, yeah, that's what oh yeah, for sure now, but I don't think they do.
I don't know. I don't think they have a final design. We're just sheet grading the whole
So
thing.
whether it's houses, hotels, hospitals,
Yeah. Right now, all we're doing is grading the whole site all level, and then later they decide where everything's gonna fit. They'll start getting a plan for roads and all this. Oh, lots. Yeah, if we're gonna put like hotel or something, yeah, they gotta do liquefaction remediation. All we're doing here is removing 5 feet and recompacting it. It's just part of the earthwork. But see, this is sand. It's 100 feet deep here because we were in a big canyon. So they're not going to recompact 100 feet of sand. So they're just doing 5 feet, and it basically floats on top of what's underneath it. But if they're going to put up a multi-story building, yeah, they gotta. There's things they do to drill into the sand to tie it all together for like an earthquake.
Yeah, I feel power.
Yeah, like you got stone columns or these concrete and rebar columns. Yeah. Right on. I like you got a manual transmission in this thing.
I know.
The SM465. It's a killer. It's a killer stuff. What year is this thing? Is that a 4-speed or a 5-speed? Eventually we'll start building stuff, but it'll be 1 year away. Yeah, we'll see. All right, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah, Ted.
Gary, right?
Great talking with you. Yes,
Yeah, you too,
Gary.
man.
I'll be back around.
I'm gonna check out your YouTube channel.
Yeah, documenting Oceanside. There's I don't know, 4, 5, 6 videos up there now. Like I said, just got started a couple weeks ago. So I'm gonna go around that way and see what's doing over there. And
We'll check it out.
yeah.
Yeah, my office is over by that old billboard.
Okay. Go. You have one of
Usually
those
the gate's
mobile
open,
offices.
so yeah, if you ever got something going on, just cruise right in, and
Sure.
usually I'm here.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
So that was Ted. He's one of the construction administration guys, and pretty cool guy with good information. And unfortunately, I did not have the video rolling for most of our conversation. But I'll be back to talk to Ted another time. But anyway, cruise down here and see what's what down here. I don't know how much that was. And that other guy that rolled up, he was just another guy asking questions, you know, what's going to be built here and things like that. So ultimately, what Ted was saying was actual construction on this site probably won't be started for another year or so. And they're just here right now grading this out to specs and getting it leveled out. They don't even know what roads are going to be going in here. They don't know what infrastructure is going to be going. They're just grading, moving dirt around. They said they're actually going to be moving dirt in, so that involves EPA, soil samples, different things. So they're going to take, they said, 5 feet of dirt out, recompacted, finish up the edges. You see everything that's orange fenced is their boundary line. So over to that utility access road on the east side, you know, to this fence line, and some utility access road stuff here. Walk down this way. This is Mission. Walking down Mission near the entrance of the old Swapmeet. We got city workers here, utility workers, working on cutting grass. Well, I guess this is just his little utility. Oh. Here's the inside of this area. And he said that these two power lines, those were the incoming power lines for the Swapmeet concession area, and they had to get rid of all the plumbing and sewer. And those two poles will be coming down eventually also, so they'll have to work that out. I think they're just connected to this pole here, so it shouldn't be too bad in terms of getting that out. But yeah, pretty interesting. Bringing dirt in from Encinitas. That was interesting because it looks like they're moving a lot of dirt around, but apparently they need more. Who knows? But super cool though to watch the machines work. Super powerful machines. My little girls love those machines. And Ted was a super cool guy. And sorry, Ted, next time we'll make sure I have the video rolling when I chat you up. But I don't know how much would have been heard anyway. I'm away from the big earth movers now, so the audio is probably much better. But those things are loud. We need ear protection to hang around with those things. So anyway, let me keep heading down this way. And Ted had said that they had some equipment stolen when they first started here. Now who knows who stole it? I don't know that they had recovered it or whatever, but I forgot to ask them if they're going to have security here, but I think they've just been gating the end of that road that leads up to Fusat. I haven't seen any physical security out here. But I bet they will once they start construction. I bet they'll have physical security out here. Where do they keep these? They need to do the same across the street. Across the street. Alright, I think that's a city-owned lot, but maybe I'll walk on that side when I'm coming back. There's some signs. This says no trespassing for sure. Oh, we also talked about, I think it was about a week ago, heading into take the girls to school. The police were pulling out, I think it was a red maroon 4Runner along that curve. That it's just a turn really before you hit the bridge at Fusat. And he said that was just somebody who misjudged that corner. Maybe hadn't driven there before. I don't know. Anyway, he'd said nobody got hurt during that, which was fortunate because it's about a 20-foot drop down that embankment, especially, I guess, depending on how fast you're going. Hey, you could, because that corner looked pretty messed up when it was coming out of there. Anyway. Oh, this is that lot I was talking about. This used to be a parking right, I think. Oh, it's Caltrans property. Yeah. Ah. Caltrans property. They got rid of that parking ride. Well, we're not doing a good job of keeping that up. I'll have to make a inquiry about the disposition of this particular lot. They have used this lot for movie crews, filming crews. I think they're doing some kind of show called Animal Kingdom or something like that. I don't know, HBO or Netflix or Hulu or something like that. Never seen it myself, but I have seen film crews there. Was one of my ideas about that SLR area, especially around Bennett, putting up fencing. They've obviously done this. This is probably Caltrans that did this fencing around these overpass areas. they did it to keep people out. I think they should think about doing something in the same fashion around those areas of ingress and egress from the riverbed to help keep people out. To say, look, one more barrier. I mean, these legal barriers are not keeping them out. They're not allowing people to enforce the laws when it comes to no trespassing in federally protected areas. Army Corps of Engineers doesn't seem to want to help enforce those. Police can't, as they say. Caltrans, which has jurisdiction farther west around the railroad tracks and things. So I just say put barriers up. Put barriers up to keep them out. Now, again, chain link fence can only do so much. You might find that it's down the next week, but then you beef up patrols in the area and find out who's doing it. I'll sit down there and watch. We gotta funnel these people to services. I don't know what it could be, how it could be made more attractive though. I mean, life on the street's hard. I'd much rather sleep in a bed than on a cardboard mat or on concrete, as I saw that guy the other day sleeping in front of the bus stop on the sidewalk. Just fell out right there. Anyway, my 2 cents, but obviously those things cost money. Probably a lot less than trying to build affordable housing, but anyway.